Curtis Trades here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the LASFIT LED headlights. And these are their newest model. It's called the LA Plus series, and these run about $70 on their website, and sometimes you can find deals for a little bit cheaper on Amazon. I've reviewed quite a lot of headlights. This is probably my 7th or 8th pair of LEDs I've reviewed, and so I've seen really low-end ones, a little bit higher-end ones, a lot of middle-of-the-road ones, and I'm pretty impressed with these so far just by looking at them, and I'm going to give a nice test of them and show you how they compare to normal halogen headlights and what I think of them compared to some of the other LEDs that I've tested. If you're looking to purchase these LED headlights, check out the link in the description to purchase them on Amazon. Now, when I've reviewed a lot of these headlights, most of them do have an aluminum shell, and this one is no exception. It has an aluminum shell, but the one nice thing that I've noticed about it is the aluminum goes all the way up over the circuit board where the LED is mounted here, and that really protects it, especially when you're installing it, because when you're putting it down in there, some of these cars are pretty difficult to install the headlights on, and it can be hard to see what you're doing in such a tight space. And so this will protect the chip really well, so you don't have to worry about narfing the chip up or damaging the headlights when you're installing them. And then the other thing I noticed too is on the back here, there's an internal fan in here, and it has aluminum casing all the way around that. A lot of the ones that I've seen have plastic casings, and when you go to tighten the bulb by that part here, it feels like it almost wants to twist off, because again, you have to put quite a bit of force on some of them when you're twisting them in to install them. And so this one is a full aluminum casing, so it doesn't feel like you're going to break it or anything when you're installing it. So that's kind of a nice little feature, and that is what you get with a little step up in price. It seems like very good build quality. It's got braided plastic on the wires, which helps protect them again from chafing and from installation mistakes too. So that's another nice thing to see. So after installing these lights, the installation was very simple, as all LED headlights are. All you need to do is untwist by screwing counterclockwise the old bulbs and unplug them. And then when you put your new LED bulbs in, some of them you can connect either way, either direction, plus or negative. And so if it doesn't work when you plug it in, flip the connection around and then plug it in again, and it will work just fine. But again, I had no issues installing these. And as you can see, they're a nice bright modern white color, and the cutoff appears to be identical. So the main thing that you're looking to do when you upgrade to an LED headlight is have better vision on the road. And these are very bright lights, and they light up the road surface really well. And the other thing I really like about LEDs is the way they reflect off of the road signs and the street lines on the pavement. The road signs and the pavement have these particles in them that make them reflect really well. And something that halogen lights don't do as well as LEDs is they don't reflect very well off of them. And so when you put LED bulbs in your vehicle, you really get some good shine off of the signs and the road lines, and so they become a little bit more visible when you're driving at night. So if, for example, especially in Michigan where they plow the roads and it scrapes a lot of the road paint off, you can still see what road paint is remaining on there because it's very bright and it reflects back at you very well. It also makes your car feel a lot more modern than it is. I know halogen headlights make your car seem a lot older, and so LEDs are a good way to make it seem like a much more updated and a newer type of feel for your vehicle. A lot of people bring up how LEDs aren't supposed to go into housings. They're not made to project the light the same way. It's actually not true. The LEDs are made to mimic the same light output that your halogen bulbs do. So when you put them in older housings, they typically, now not always, they typically will shine almost identical pattern to what the halogen bulbs do. And over the 6 or 7 bulbs I've tested, almost all of them have the same exact beam pattern as the original halogen headlights do. So, and I've used projector housings and reflector housings, and they seem to be identical. It doesn't really matter which ones you put them in. And these lights are no exception. They have a very good cutoff, so you're not going to be blinding other drivers, and you're not going to get flashed from having too bright of headlights.